Hello and welcome back to the Long Dark. We're playing Interloper mode, and this is our Timberwolf Mountain Spawn to Bow series, episode 7. We are currently in the ravine. We have just finished gathering all of our hides and guts and saplings and stuff, and the next step is just to go to the forge. So we're going to take off and head to the dam, make sure we have the right stuff with us, get all of our scrap metal and things like that, and get going. And here we go. First of all, no decoys on me so we can safely go back to the dam.
Something to eat.
Probably don't need to be running right now. So I'm going to do plenty of running later. It's super foggy, and going through Forlorn is bad in fog, but I'm hoping that mid-afternoon that'll clear up as we travel. And the next series I do of these is going to be, we're going to be forging in Desolation Point regardless, even if it doesn't make any sense. Just because I haven't done that, and probably should. I do favor Forlorn Muskeg because to me it seems a lot easier and a lot less hassle, and it's close to the dam. But I realize it's not everybody's preference, and I figure if I don't suck, I should be able to forge anywhere. So. And I have forged at Desolation Point several times, you know, but I definitely lean towards Forlorn. And I should shut up and find out if there's a wolf here or not. The fog is a factor because, oh, I was hitting E because I've been playing No Man's Sky. The fog is a factor because it's dangerous. I mean, you don't see wolves until they see you for sure, so I'm hoping the fog actually clears right at noon, but can't count on that. In No Man's Sky, the left button would be shooting at the door, or trying to mine the door. I assume I left saplings back at the cave. Probably did, yep. Okay. We're actually underweight right now. Which means I probably don't have a bunch of water. Yep, I don't. Alright. I was hoping we'd have some water in the locker already, but we don't, so. We must have torn down simple tools already. Bring along this can opener just for fun. I hope I didn't drop a bunch of scrap metal in the cave. tear down this guy to advance the time a bit. And yep, nothing to it but to do it. That worked out well. So we need 8 pieces to do a knife and a hatchet. We have 7. No, we have 10. Yeah, we have 10. So we have everything we need, but we can pick up a lot more on the way too. So we're gonna have plenty of metal. We're bringing a little bit of coal and wood. We'll pick up more on the way. And yeah, here we go. Oh, that's unfortunate. It'd be nice to be able to walk down the fence. Again, skipping the bridge because the bridge is basically suicide. If there's a wolf there, he sees you while you're on it and attacks you as soon as you get off of it. Much better just to walk down here, unless there's a moose here, then you're kind of screwed. It's been like 2 weeks since I played this guy. So, forgive me if I don't have a clue where I left anything. One thing about this guy is he's actually on Rare Loot Table 3, which, as I've mentioned in my Let's Play series, is kind of underpopulated. So I'm going to take him and use him in my Let's Play series next to explore Mountain Town and Broken Railroad to see if I can fill in some missing entries in the loot table. Van Kolar started creating it. I guess I'm not sure if he's the first person to notice that there were that if you could predict where things were if you found other things other places, but you definitely can. But he's definitely the guy who started tracking it all in a Google Doc, and he and Athenon have filled it out mostly, and I've added a couple of things I've found recently, but it's kind of a cool tool. If you, I mean, it's definitely total spoiler, so I personally get a kick out of trying to learn the most I can about the mechanics of a game and fine-tune my play to fit them. But if that's not your thing, you shouldn't probably look at them, because if you do, and even though I don't necessarily always use the loot. Oh boy, I was riffing here on this, and I think I might have gotten myself a little higher up than I wanted to be. Wow, I'm really kind of shocked that was not an injuring drop. Anyway, you don't have to climb that rock. Anyway, you can use those tables for certain facts, like you know, there's always a bedroll in Mystery Lake or somewhere thereabouts, meaning, you know, like half the time it's a camp office. If it's not a camp office, it's at
I could use a drink.
either the hunting blind by the dam or the Winding River Cave. Like facts like that. And you can just know that and not have to look at the tables to, you know, zero in on a bedroll pretty easily. So that's kind of the way I play with them. But when I watch streamers and YouTubers, I tend to try and figure out what table they're on to give myself a little insight into what they're going to run into. It's kind of fun. We were actually getting warm till a minute ago. I have a feeling we're going to get a blizzard here. The question is, do I have enough time to keep going before it starts? One thing's for sure, I'm not tired at all. A wolf there. Well, we'll go to the end of the tracks, and if things haven't improved, we'll divert to trappers. Oh, now he's coming back. I wonder if he's got one of those sarcastic patrol routes that where he's going to turn around and come back like, yeah, just kidding. Haven't ever gone so far as to sit and study whether or not, you know, what exact patrol routes these guys take. I just know that they're in general areas, typically. Christ. Hope I got painkillers. Alright, so now we're in a different wolf's possible patrol range here, so better do something about the sprained wrist. I wish it would decide if it was going to blizzard or not. Oh well. Don't ever change. Backpack over here, right? Yep. Excuse me, empty backpack. Probably not being smart pressing it on here, but I think it's going to tell me how dumb I'm being any second now. Yeah. Yeah. That's no doubt going to be a blizzard. Alright, now we're going to do as much running as possible to get to trappers. I gotta be careful though. I saw Turkey he had no scent on him. And he got attacked by a wolf over by Max over here. Out of the blue the other day. I've mentioned him before, but he's, when I say Turkey, I mean Turkey Steam on YouTube. He's another guy who does great videos. A guy who does great videos. And he's a real Canadian, not just a pretend one. Okay. It's acting like it's kidding about the blizzard. I don't know what to think. That's weird. This might be worse though. It might be about to turn into real fog. Did I just play weather chicken with the game? I think I might have. I think we played weather chicken with the game and won. This is going to get real foggy. But warm relative to our clothing. Well, we can see if we can watch pests get lost in the dark in the fog. If it doesn't keep getting worse, it's not too bad right now. Should go ahead and hurry though. Making sure the pistol's loaded. I am going to drop a stick on the ground at the rail cars here to give myself a way to tell which direction I'm going. Metal box. Gonna leave that light shell there. So if I get lost, it points towards the rail cars. So at least I won't get completely discombobulated.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Well, let me reassure you, sir, you can carry more. You are strong like bull, Will Mackenzie. Truly strong like bull. This actually, the weather's kind of ideal, given that fog raises the temperature because there's no wind, and there's not so much fog that I can't see where I'm going. It wouldn't work this way if I didn't know the route already, but since I do, and I know most of the landmarks, this fog is keeping me at 100% basically. And just as I say that, the fog closes in. And again, this route I'm taking through the high blind. Never run into a wolf on it unless I was carrying something smelly. Except, you know, once you get past Poacher's Camp, that is. I mean, there's wolves at Poacher's, at the rail cars. Oh boy. Okay, so... yeah. Oh man. Alright, now I'm getting an uneasy feeling. Because this is a bit more fog than I bargained for. So I'm headed towards a big rock with a backpack under it, usually. Holy crap. Yeah, this is officially too much fog. Okay. Still going the right way. Just not sure how far I am north or south. This looks like how I'm supposed to go, but I was expecting to run across a rock by now. That may just be poor memory of landmarks. Oh boy. I want to go that way. But I am not seeing what I need, which is a snow bridge that lets me go that way. And now if I go south, which is this way, I'm getting closer to where I know there can be wolves. Yeah, fucking hell. Too foggy to be screwing around with four-legged critters. I know I'm probably just missing something small that gets me where I need to go. I know what I did wrong, George. I turned there when I shouldn't have. It seemed like I had traveled farther than I actually had. This is the arch with the backpack I was looking for. Whew. Do not like the fog. This is all my fault, of course, for opening my big mouth and saying the weather was actually perfect. This game definitely has a sense of humor. Now, here, I've never seen wolves on this island, but I've seen wolves north of this island, and I've seen wolves south of this island. So we're kind of threading a wolf needle here. In the fog. We're actually very close. One might say practically home free, except that ahead we may have wolves literally on the front lawn of where we're going. Apparently we've used flares before, we've only got 2 left. Started with 4. Here are no footsteps, ungulate or canid. Canid? Now we did have wolves over to the left, which means we're less likely to have them here. I have a feeling I would have been barked at by now if we were going to run into one. We made it, so the fog can lift now.
I could barely walk with this much gear.
Didn't occur to me to look and see if we had cloth. We did have enough though. Okay. That's ballast.
Just what I need.
Just a warning, if something barks at me right now, I'm gonna spaz. Alright. Just a little bit cold. +2 up here. It's warmer up here than it was down there. I think I'm actually gonna sleep a little bit. Except don't have much water at all. But I wanna, let's see, I normally don't bother. Actually, I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna get right to it. No time like the present. I actually remembered to burn a rifle book. That's always a plus. Otto's behind me, patiently watching. Very patiently. I don't get why he does it, but if my wife gets home, he's gonna bark, scare the crap out of me. Huh, the traditional leaving of the pot here. Let's see, what canned food do I have that's not dog food? Nothing. Poop. See if I can do 5 pieces of, oh no, I need to get it hotter before I put coal in if I want to do sparse coal. So we'll do all the sticks. Theoretically, you can get a fire to within 5 pieces of coal hot enough to forge with. And so ideally you want to put only 5 pieces of coal in here. And each piece of coal is 20 degrees, so yeah, I'm a couple of degrees short of that. Oh, I should just drink that. Alright, start 2 liters. And then I'm gonna grab these. Now we got 50, so if I put 5 pieces of coal in,
Get some food soon.
I am gonna actually eat a bit while I'm here doing this. I'm gonna stay away from this stuff though, because I want to be functional. I'm a little leery of 70% candy bars too. I'm just gonna eat cat. Nah. I think I'm getting a bit jumpy about the food poisoning thing. He says as he gives himself food poisoning. At 150. Alright, now that we've got water ready, I'm gonna skip doing water and stuff and do the bigger tools. Do the knife first. It's the most important tool.
Feels like something is sapping my energy.
Drink again. I think I'll eat again too. The hatchet takes 5 hours, I think. Let's see, how's my time doing? Okay. Hatchet takes 4 hours. So now it's daylight, and now I can start doing water again because I'm working on arrows. Plenty of cattails to grab on the way out.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Throw some more wood on the fire. Notice as I add wood, it's not getting any hotter. I think I'll actually break these planks.
Looks like I survived another night.
Get some more wood on.
Dying from starvation.
Let's see how we're doing on arrowheads. 10 so far. I'd like to do 10 more. 4-7. Or 9.
That'll come.
Oh, hell yeah. Love me some Mackinac jacket. Got plenty of water now. Now that I have a knife, I don't need any can openers. Let's see, it takes 15 minutes to do both of these. Okay. We need to come up with one more piece of metal. I don't want to take apart the hacksaw, but I will use the crappy hacksaw to take apart something else. I should have just done that. Anyway. Alright. I'll put the crappy hacksaw in the drawer for some other time. Pick up the good one. Add some more wood to the fire. That should be it. Yep. So we still have 3 hours left on the fire. I want to get this guy done. Grab the accelerant. Build the fire back up again. And then get this guy. Dog food. And this guy just for the wood. I guess I'll just use a couple of pieces of coal to get 10 hours on here. Out of laziness. eat something, drink something, and go to bed. Oh. Actually. I do want to get a tea done. Could have done this a long time ago. And then drop it right here for tomorrow when we leave. And it will be hot. Yep. Still have 10 hours yet. Oh, here's some science I need to do. Somebody mentioned wear and tear on a knife from opening cans, so I just got a can of dog food. Hopefully one's in good enough condition I can actually use it. I'm going to open the can and see if it actually hurts the knife at all. My hypothesis is that it doesn't. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 actually, just to be sure, because this game does round. And then drink some water. And see how the knife did. Ooh, it actually does. Holy crap. Well, I shouldn't have killed off that can opener then. That was a mistake. Hopefully we'll pick up another one. Poop. Well, we did the science. And we lost. Alright. Bedtime. The timer on the fire is at 10 hours, but should have 2 left when we get up. Yeah. Don't ask me how I knew it was going to be 2 hours, because it's just a guess, but... Kind of chilly out there, and we can sleep some more. Throw one more piece of coal in just for good measure. Put all but 2 back in the drawer here. Go back to sleep for 2 hours. Okay, we have a blizzard. No, we don't. We just have a really windy day. Blowing the way we don't want. I need to drink that. I highly doubt this torch is going to last 2 seconds outside this building, but we shall see. And of course I left the pot behind because traditionally that's what we do. Oh, it's cold. It's freaking cold right now, but I anticipate the weather should change shortly. this part's gonna suck. It is warming up rapidly, even though we're in the wind. There's a wolf right there. So we got a wolf on the left, and then the Spence bunkhouse wolves over there. Buck up, Will. Weakness is just strength leaving the body. I think I got that right. There's a song about this. Very shortly we can turn left and start going crosswind, and that's going to help a lot. Although I don't want to go too far west, because if I go downwind I got to come back up it. Which means we'll probably have a tangle with the bear again. I think we're gonna get blizzarded on. That weather change I was looking for isn't gonna be in our favor. Alright, that's just too tempting. I think I'm going to hit poachers and warm up a bit. I don't see a bear yet. Maybe we'll get lucky and the wind direction will change. Actually, I don't see the bear yet, which means we should just go to avoid having to backtrack from him. Carrying a bunch of clothes I'm not going to keep, and a Mackinac jacket I should be wearing. I just remembered. That would have been smart to put on before we left. It's so wrapped up in following the plan, I forget the part where I ignored the clothing to follow the plan. We're headed for Trapper's cabin because I can't remember what we left there, and I'm sure if it's good, but I'm gonna want to pick it up. So that's the destination, and it has the magic bed that gets us 40% condition recovery without tea. So I'm less concerned about preserving condition at the moment, but if it takes us much longer to walk there, we're going to wind up less than 60%. The good news is we're going to be good and tired. Michael York says there's a stick here you can grab. I didn't get it. I wonder if it was real for me earlier in the game and I picked up already. No, I didn't loot this area. Well, the wind changed direction. To our advantage, which is kind of sweet. I wonder if that wolf just at one point in the very apex of its normal patrol route just happens to get where it can see you if you happen to be going by at exactly the same time or something. Sure is windy. Okay, hey, how you doing? I think that deer thought he was my dog and was running to greet me. Holy crap, it's windy. Gonna have to do some audio editing on this one. Aha, see, I knew I had a pile of saplings here. Okay, that's it for this one, kids. Went a little bit over. Not too bad, though. Next episode, we're going to go back to the dam where I hope I didn't verify. Oh, actually, it's going to be in the ravine cave where my maple sapling is, and get all that together and make a bow. And then after that, for this guy, we're going to continue making, not on this series, but in the next, he's going to become the next Let's Play series, and we're going to finish making all the clothing and stuff, and get him up to Mountain Town to look for heavy hammers, hacksaws, lanterns, and the like to report our findings for the loot table. So check that out if you're interested in that as well, and hope to see you there, and thanks for watching. See you.